Why, hello, Chad.
Hey, Kevin. How's it going?
Bring the energy. Bring the energy.
We just put down a few Sour Patch Kids. That
Sugar. Anybody got any sugar out there?
Needed it. We're going to need you on the live stream today. Is that like a high energy octane drink over there?
You could call it something like that. I don't think many people drink it for high energy, though.
Beverage.
I do.
Of your choice.
My choice.
This is Candid Athletic Training.
I'm Kevin.
And I am Chad. And we are still at the Brew Fitness Studio. We just set up in a different location if you're on the live stream and you're wondering.
Different lighting.
So give us your feedback. You like it more, less, or you don't care?
I don't care.
You just want to hear the sound of our sweet, sweet voice.
I could care less what everybody thinks about our background.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I care. A little bit.
A little bit. I care a little bit. we're in a little different spot. It's kind of nice. It's very bright, which is interesting. Yeah. Let us know if the lighting's weird. I don't know. Whatever. What do we got to talk about today? Anything fun?
We have a lot of fun for you tonight. We have literally the largest fat we've ever done.
Largest.
The biggest fat.
And
the biggest
gigantic
fat we've ever done. It's going to be,
oh my God,
epic.
And some would say prehistoric.
Epic, prehistoric, incredible.
Oh, Rick was the first one to make a comment.
Yep.
Pretty soon we'll have our own corner studio, but no, we're still pretending to work out.
Pump.
Yeah, I'm done.
You got some mixed martial arts stuff back here.
Could do some sparring, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what those are for.
Are
they sandbags? I don't think they're sandbags.
No, they're not sandbags.
I think they're like pillows.
They're yoga.
For yoga.
Yeah.
Chilling out, maybe.
Could take a nap.
Pretty fun. Oh, CandidAthleticTraining.com is the website.
Yeah, check it out. Thank you.
Candid_ATC is all of our social media.
Yeah.
Was there anything trending on social media this week?
It was so much fun.
We had fun this week? Last week we didn't have as much fun.
So AT Marvel themed weekend. So whoever
Marvel themed weekend
comes up with those, incredible. I loved every single one of them.
Who's AT Memes? Does anybody know who AT Meme is, or like, is there somebody that heads that? Is that a
no?
Or like, what's the other what's the other Twitter handle?
I mean, there are so many Twitter.
Or the hashtags. Is AT Meme a
hashtag? Oh, AT Twitter is a hashtag.
Okay.
AT Twitter just means, hey, anybody who's an athletic trainer on Twitter, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. Technical difficulties? No, Ed. We didn't have technical difficulties.
Well, maybe we are. And we just don't know about it.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Are we having technical difficulties? I don't think so. I know. This looks fine.
Yeah.
If you're asking about the why we changed locations, the Brew Fitness had some technical difficulties. We couldn't use that corner anymore. So we chose this corner.
We set up over there, and we had to move a piece of equipment every time and move it back.
Ryan was very nice to let us be here all the time anyway, so we just said, you know what, why don't we just try every corner in the place?
Well, here's the truth. Because I haven't been working out in a long time,
he's mad at Chad.
I felt like it was my workout to move the treadmill out of the way and then move it back at the end of the show. And I think we were moving the rubber mat.
I think Ryan's just mad at you because you don't work out anymore.
Probably, and he should be. But he's still got my money. It's actually I should actually be his favorite.
He doesn't want your money. He wants you to be healthy and fit. He cares about you, Chad.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that means.
Hannah hears us fine, so we're good.
Yeah.
Good, Hannah.
So let's thank our official.
Who's that?
Sponsors of the show.
I love those guys.
Thank you to Healthy Roster at www.healthyroster.com, who bought us. They literally bought us all this fancy equipment that you see, all the stuff, all the buttons we push.
Paid for my new car.
That's because of our friends.
My new house.
Dan.
I went on a couple of vacations.
Yeah. So thanks, Dan. Bought us all
Appreciate
this stuff. But they are the official sponsor of the Candid Athletic Training podcast.
That they are. We couldn't ask for anybody better.
And if you tune in next week, you're going to hear a new sponsor of the program.
You will. I don't know how they're going to compete with our healthy roster folks.
I think they're going to do great.
Are they? Oof. They're gonna sponsor a top like the feature topic or something. I think,
They're
right?
going to be the official.
Yeah, we can't tell you who it is though.
Feature topic.
Can't tell you who it is.
The feature topic will be brought to you by question mark.
Ooh, how fun is that going to be?
Episode 120. You're going to find out.
Feature topic brought to you by. That's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of that, do we have some exciting things happening soon here where we are going to be able to give our listeners a little like small piece of pie back to them if they remember?
Oh, pie sounds good. What kind would you order right now?
Right now, does cheesecake count as a pie?
No.
Okay.
Cheesecake counts as cheesecake.
It's kind of a pie though. Can I get an Oreo pie? Because I want an Oreo cheesecake right now.
I think that's legit.
I'll take an Oreo pie.
When I was a kid, I used to love this pie, and then I haven't had it in forever because I don't know if you outgrow certain things.
You do?
But right now,
like your shoes, your clothes.
I mean, but like your tastes, you kind of like your taste buds develop.
Yes, you absolutely do.
But I saw one in the grocery store the other day. I'm like, man, I haven't had a lemon meringue pie in forever, and I could go for one.
I'm not a fan of them.
Faux?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
When I was a kid, all I ate was either French silk or lemon meringue. It was one or the other.
Really?
If you're on the live stream, let us know what your favorite kind
What's
of pie is.
your favorite pie?
The Rock wants to know.
Keep this suitable for work for a little bit.
No.
All right?
No, don't. This is Candid Athletic Training, damn it.
No, but for real, I mean, get back to real things. Pretty soon here, we're going to have some fun announcements about maybe some ways our listeners can save some money.
Yeah.
Maybe try some new things. Maybe learn some new things, not just from us. And then, I don't know, just generally kick ass at the world because you're a Candid Athletic Training listener.
We talked about this
member
a couple weeks ago. We want to reward our members. We want to reward the listeners here.
We do.
If you're a member of Candid Athletic Training, we're working round the clock trying to get as many fun discounts, advantages for you. Maybe they're athletic training related. Maybe they're just things that will improve your quality of life at home. Maybe we'll get you a discount on socks.
I hope so.
I need new socks.
I need new socks. Oh yeah, look at this. Shoeless Joe Jackson over here. Look at that hole. Oh, really, Chad? Come on. Come on.
If you're listening to this on audio, you're just not going to see it.
So what's the point of keeping those socks?
97.3% of my foot is still covered.
That doesn't make sense to me. When I get patients that are coming in, they got holes in their socks. I'm like, why? Just throw them off.
Nope.
I have never ever kept a pair of socks that have holes in them. I have other socks.
You have other holes.
I have other holes too.
To plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. Ed says coconut cream pie with shredded coconut on top. Rick says chocolate peanut butter pie. Hannah says key lime.
What are your thoughts?
I'm new to the key lime game, but it is sort of growing on me. Chocolate peanut butter pie, yes. Ed, I'm gonna, if this is F, Marry, Kill of those three,
killing that coconut.
I'm killing coconut. I can't stand coconut.
Killing that coconut.
Josie's in the house and she says banana cream pie.
Banana cream pie.
I'm fine with it.
I can't say yes or no because I've never had a banana cream pie. I feel like a banana cream pie is very just creamy. Like it reminds me of like, it's a pie you would throw in somebody's face.
It's like banana pudding with whipped cream on top, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure. So why isn't it a pudding?
Oh, pudding is
good. Not a pie. I'm not a fan of pudding either. What's the Adam Sandler? How much you want for that?
Pudding?
No. What's the little snack pack, right?
Jello pudding pops?
No, snack pack. What do you want for that snack pack, kid?
That one.
Right?
I don't know.
Billy Madison?
Good. Probably.
Hannah?
Anyone?
Hannah. What else do we got? You know what else we have?
Yeah. No.
If anybody, okay, so we're getting towards the end of quote unquote school year, I think, right? And if any of our athletic training students are listening, or any of our athletic trainers that work at a college or work in a high school that has an educator that works in for like does any kind of sports medicine talks, any kind of, I mean, even like health related fields, right? I mean, I think we would take that. Like somebody does a health class. We have a survey out there still. We're trying to get the educators of athletic training, which I think will segue into our topic of the week. We're trying to get them to fill out this darn survey. We have a decent amount. We need more. We don't want to leave anything shortchanged. We want to get a real representation of these top 5 questions from our educators. So if you know an athletic training educator or even like a sports medicine educator, send them the link. We can repost the link on social media and then go from there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just put it on the website too, huh?
It's either that or let top 5 die.
Yeah. What, you guys want to let top 5 die? Huh? Huh? You're that kind of person, huh? You just let them die. Okay, fine.
We got, yeah.
What did top 5 do to you? Huh? Come on. We all know educators. So it's just, I mean, it takes what? 5 minutes to fill out the survey. You know what? They asked us when we were students to fill out surveys. We have to fill out surveys all the freaking time as athletic trainers. It's their turn. It's their turn. Oh, yeah, fill in this little bubble. Tell me if I did a good job of teaching this class. No, fill out my top 5 survey, and then I'll fill out your sheet.
It literally takes 4 minutes. Tops.
Come on.
They're one-word answers.
I feel like I'm yelling.
I'm yelling? Actually super impressed. You said you were low energy, you needed to pick me up, and you've come out fucking guns a-blazing tonight. It's incredible.
I'm forcing it a little bit. You know what else?
Ed wins. He says, in today's shocking news, AT educators not participating in athletic training.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying that's what he said. I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just saying that's what the man said.
Scott wins a prize. Jonathan Scott wins a prize.
Notice first that we switched.
I need to come up with a different nickname for Jonathan Scott. I don't want to say his whole Jonathan Scott name all the time.
JC. JS.
Jesus.
JSG.
El Cristo.
I can't even say that friggin' right. All right, you got anything else?
Me too, Hannah. One of my favorite things is when Chad swears because he doesn't swear. He's too nice of a guy.
What do I? It's fuck.
No, it's not how you say it. I maybe Hannah laughs at you because of
Is it the accent?
No, I think it's the fact that you do say it. Like, I will gladly say shit, fuck, piss on this podcast. You, every once in a while, you can tell that you're like,
I don't want to go for it. If
you hesitate.
If you met me outside of this, you would know it's different. I don't know why. I just feel
you don't
borderline.
Swear. You don't swear.
That's not true at all.
I don't hear you swear all the time.
I got a whorish mouth.
You have a dirty mouth, but you don't swear.
That's not true.
I mean, you don't swear a lot.
It's like a cross between Fergie and Jesus over here, Hannah. Thank you.
It's a wonderful voice.
Well, thanks.
Angel.
Do we got
Angel's voice.
We got anything else?
I have so much, but I think we should move on.
You want to?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
And away we go.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Where do you want to start?
Let's go top 5 because we were talking about it.
Because we're running out of them.
Yeah.
Top 5. We surveyed 100 athletic trainers, Kevin, and we asked them the following question. I want you to guess the top 5 responses.
Okay.
How many ounces of water do you drink in a workday?
All right, 0. Number 1, 0. Because I know some people that do that. Number 2, 32 ounces, because that's the size of a typical big Nalgene, or like your water bottle over there. Which, by the way, hydrate.
Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor yet.
But if you're looking
we're gonna work on them.
We can do a whole top 5 segment just dedicated to hydrating you.
If you're not familiar with it, there's an app on your phone. Now, if my wife is listening, she's gonna go ham on me because I don't ever sync it. The battery is dead, whatever. But you can track your water intake like to the second. It's incredible.
Well, and also, I think the biggest thing about it that I
don't know where to put. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah, that I see is that if you had that on camera the whole time, it actually lights up
when you fall behind pace.
When you fall behind pace.
Yeah, you
so that thing will all of a sudden start flashing green, and Chad will be like, "Oh crap, I'm a terrible human. I got to drink water."
Yeah,
and then so he drinks water. Before we did this live stuff, that thing would go off all the time when we were doing a podcast because we always did it late at night and. You were always dehydrated.
I need a new battery in this thing.
Always sweating.
I promise. I will promise everyone.
Oh, hydrate! Can we hook him up with a new battery?
Yeah.
Also, the bottle itself is getting a little beat up. Maybe we can get a little refurbish on here, huh? How many colors are there?
I think there's 3.
3 colors.
I think my wife
are you stroking your thing.
I'm trying to clean it off a little bit. Wait, is this? You getting nervous over there? I've got the black.
We've entered suitable for work, I guess. our work, at least.
Got the black. My wife's got a light blue one. I think there's also a white. I think there's 3 colors.
All right. Well, all I know is hydrate.com. You know,
not a sponsor yet.
Don't go buy anything from hydrate.com until they talk to us.
Yeah,
because
we might be able to get.
Maybe we can get a little promo code going. You know, I mean, hook it up a little bit, free shipping, something like that. So promote that hydrating.
So you got.
God, I'm a magic marketer. Okay, what?
You said 0 and you said 100.
0, 32. Said 32. One Nalgene bottle.
Nate just joined us. He said, trying this in the same house as the 4-year-old. Probably not going to go well. Not with me stroking the water bottle over here.
Well, it's got to learn about it sometime. 128 because I learned that was a gallon, right?
128, yeah.
Okay, I thought I was wrong for a second, and you were freaking me out. 90 ounces. Why? I don't know. And then 105. Just seemed like a good number.
Nice.
15 ounces at a time. I don't know. Something like that. See, you know
Times
what?
7. Yeah, 7.
You know what
7 servings of 15.
Can't do like with that is I don't pace out my water drinking.
I don't either.
I just chug.
That's how I am too.
That's all I do.
Yeah, it's like slam one. Well, and then what you're doing, the problem is I fall so far behind during the day because saying I'm too busy is kind of a cop out, but you forget about drinking while you're working, and then all of a sudden you're tracking you're way behind your circle because there's like a circle of your goal, and then it like shows you this is where you should be right now, and you're way behind in your pie chart. And so then at the end of the night, you're slamming a bottle and a half. And then what? Now I gotta go to bed and I got to get up and take 3 Ps in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
Because I just slammed a bottle and a half.
Yeah. You know what's tough, though? Masks.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's an obstacle.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. That's really funny that you say that because I'm going to just tell a story real quick. Okay. We're going to get sidetracked here.
All right. Get sidetracked.
So we were at home this weekend, and part of the responsibilities of being a home athletic trainer at the college setting is at the end of the 3rd and the 6th inning, you're supposed to, unwritten rule here, take water to the umpires. So our job during the college setting, during the college game is, hey, make sure that they're getting water.
Yeah.
So I take my little glass of my little 8-ounce cup of, water out to the umpire, and he's got his mask on because they're supposed to wear masks this year. Like he pulls it up, so his mask is just above his mouth, below his nose, right? But now it's bunched up, and so because it's bunched up, it's protruding out, and he's trying to drink his glass of water, and his mask keeps dipping in his water as he's lifting it. It was just a shit show. I was like, dude, just take it off and drink the water. I'm like, I'm already vaccinated. I don't care what you do. But I think he was trying to be polite, and he didn't know. He was just awkward. every time I chuckle. It was funny to me.
That's hilarious.
Like I was like, dude.
Well,
is this the first time you've drank all year?
Off. Yeah, right. Everybody's forgotten how. Like, wait, I can't move my mask and do. Wait, what am I supposed to do? But there's somebody within 10 feet of me. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Just take off the mask. Take a drink of water. Everything's fine.
Breathe.
We'll be okay. Actually, you know what? We're also outside.
Yeah.
Just take it off.
You want me to back up? I'll back up.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. I'll just
we're good.
spray
Here,
it, throw the water.
Just throw it at your face. Oh, that was another non-suitable for work thing.
Throw it at their face. Okay.
Yeah.
So
top 5, baby.
This was absolutely 119 episodes in, minus a couple episodes that we didn't do this segment. The closest top 5 we've ever had.
Okay.
This is incredible. So we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-way tie.
Okay.
For third place.
Okay.
6 answers apiece. Then we had a 7 answers, and then we had an 8. So all your top, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your top 7 responses were all within 2.
Okay. Give it to us.
Okay. In third place, 6 responses apiece. Too little. Not enough water to count.
Too little.
Too little water.
Okay.
20 ounces of water.
20.
64 ounces.
64.
60 ounces.
60.
And 100 ounces of water.
That's a big range.
Yeah. Basically 20 to 100, and then people who just aren't tracking.
How much water am I supposed to drink?
I'll tell you what. So I put in like my body weight, age, moderate activity, because at the time I was moderate activity, and my goal was 105 ounces a day, which I think is a lot. Now my wife, she's in like the low 80s.
Yeah, she's tinier than you are.
Yeah, and so that was so. I would say for any normal adult, 100 to 110, 120 ounces, you fall somewhere in there. That's probably normal.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, that one extra bottle a day was tough. Okay, in second place, 7 people said 16 ounces of water a day.
That's it. One plastic bottle. One pint. One pint of water.
And then in first place, you said this one. 8 people said 32 ounces. So 2 pints.
2 pints.
Half a quart.
2 pints.
Isn't it 4?
Isn't it amazing that like?
Isn't it 4 pints to a quart?
Sure. 4 pints to a quart.
4 quarts
4 quarts to a gallon.
A gallon?
Maybe. No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
All right. How about this?
No, it's 4 cups to a quart. 2 pints to a quart. Maybe.
You lost me.
And then 4 quarts to a gallon.
Why can't the whole damn world just use one? We got Fahrenheit, we got Celsius, we got cups,
milliliters?
We got metrics, we got.
You want to work in?
Oh my god, it's so silly.
Yeah, we need to work in liters. Liter hosens.
Liters. Okay, so how about this? This person has no idea how much water they really drink.
Okay.
They said a few gallons.
A few gallons. A few gallons.
If you drink a few gallons, you are not sleeping ever.
A few gallons of water.
You're spending your entire life in the restroom.
Holy crap.
And your bladder has now since ruptured. Can you rupture it? I don't know.
Maybe. If you drink 3 gallons of water a day, that's unhealthy. Talk about the reverse of everything you should be doing. Wow, that's definitely way too much. Holy cow. Uh-oh, Hannah's got some knowledge for us.
Read it. Give it to us.
I just always tell my high schoolers half your body weight in ounces. It's better than 0.5 of a bottle they drink a day and think it's enough. A liter of cola? I think that's great advice there, Hannah. Because if I drank, I'd be like 85. I'm like 170. About 85 ounces a day. I'd be fine, right? What do you weigh right now? What you pushing?
185.
185? Wow.
Dylan says, what's water? That's some high quality H2O. A lot of people voting for Bobby Boucher in the first round. Kiss my ass.
I mean,
water boys.
Fucking H2O, Gatorade. Water sucks.
Gatorade.
You want to talk about You want to talk about water anymore?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I mean, do you got anything else on that? I mean,
I don't think so.
I think it's the moral of the story is just make sure that you, as an athletic trainer, are taking care of yourself, and it's important that you stay hydrated as well.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, clearly,
Holy JC. I drank 3 gallons in a day. I had to go to the bathroom 45 times that day. That is,
dude. Jonathan Scott, come on now.
Incredible.
Nate's just going off. He's just going straight Super Troopers. He's not talking, and he's not gonna like say anything other than movie quotes from Super Troopers this entire time.
Good. Farva.
Right now. I love that movie. The second one was decent. First one was much better. What do you want to do
now? This one.
Which one are we doing?
We're gonna play the Pepto game tonight.
Pepto.
Marry, kill.
All right. Wait. I forgot the lyrics already. Do you remember them?
No, that's you.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
So we're going to, for all the athletic trainers out there, sometimes you just don't feel good.
Yeah.
And so we picked 3 of these said symptoms of what Pepto might help you with. And we're going to F1, marry one, kill one between
nausea, nauseous,
diarrhea, and heartburn. So if you're on the live stream, let us know. F1, marry one, kill one. Diarrhea, nausea, heartburn.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. It's also just a very easy way to remember it when your athlete comes to you and says, hey, I have some nausea. I am nauseous.
Okay, first off, I might kill that because I don't know how to spell it.
Dude,
nausea is like one of the hardest words for me to spell.
I always forget how to spell diarrhea. I always forget it. Is it there's 2 R's in it?
2 H's.
Is it 2 H's? 2
No,
R's?
I'm just kidding.
Exactly. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know. I don't like it. Go for it. I want you to go start. I'll go first.
Okay, because I can't spell it. Oh boy. All right. Anyways, I'm going to start with a marriage this week. Something that I can just do long term.
Oh, jumping right into marriage.
Yeah. I don't want to try anything out. Let's just do this thing.
Okay.
Give me heartburn.
Okay.
I don't honestly know if I've ever experienced it yet.
Never had heartburn?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe once.
Have you ever had burning in your like esophagus from like eating spicy foods or anything like that? Too salty of food?
Can it last like 10 seconds and go away?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, then I think I've had it once.
Okay. Just once, huh?
I think so.
So you're going to marry it? Just because you've had it once?
Well, I think I could deal with it.
You fell in love that quick with it. You're going to fall in love once.
Love at first burn.
Once, bam. I'm marrying that shit. All right, cool.
I just think I could work all day with it and be like, all right, this sucks, but it's not going to like really bother me.
Okay. All right.
Is that fair to say I think you can get along with it the best?
All right. So you went from you experienced it once and then you fell in love with it. So now you're going to marry it, but you can probably get along with it. You could deal with it the easiest.
I think so.
Okay.
So then, diarrhea and nausea. I don't know. They're both. I'm a pretty flatulent person, so having diarrhea might be a super dangerous proposition for everyone involved. You probably ruin if you have diarrhea as an athletic trainer. Maybe people won't notice because of the khaki. Or maybe you ruin the hiking pants.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's what our friend Hannah just said. Imagine running out to the field and just a little
shitting a little bit,
just a little coming out each time.
Tell me I'm lying. You're not lying. You're not lying. Sometimes it sucks. But nausea sucks too.
Nausea sucks.
Ed said, I hate being nauseous. You never know what's going to happen. The feeling like you're going to throw up, is it worse than actually throwing up? I think so.
Yes.
Like when you throw up.
Relief.
The throat burns a little bit for like 10 seconds until you can get some water or whatever. Your eyeballs pop a little bit. Your eyes are strained. But give it 15 seconds and it probably goes away.
Yeah.
So maybe I have to F with the nausea.
Okay.
And kill the rhea. But I can't spell nausea, so maybe I have to kill it for the spelling. I don't know. I'm a little torn. I'm gonna flip a coin on this one.
Okay.
All right, realistically, I'm gonna kill diarrhea.
All right.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I take it back. I've had enough diarrhea in my life. I think I can make it work. I think I can. You know what? Let's think about the pros here. If I can step away for athletes every couple minutes because I got the shits.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry guys, I gotta go again. I'll tell them straight up. Look, I gotta go. I gotta go to the bathroom. I got some diarrhea. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back in 5. So I'm gonna look at the bright side of the rhea, and I'll F with it, and I'll kill the nausea.
Okay.
Final answer.
All
what do you got?
I want to be different than you. I want to be different.
you don't
want to be different. Okay. I can't stand being nauseous because when I'm nauseous, like
okay, when was the last time you threw up?
2 years ago, I had the flu over Christmas.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was the last time, and
then we ended up playing Catan later.
Yeah, it was
that weekend. We played like 7 games
sure.
at Catan that weekend because it was like an Arctic blast.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't throw up. Like, for as many adult beverages I've had in my life, I've only thrown up like once or twice from that. Pat remembers one really bad one.
Badge of honor.
I will say I don't throw up often from being sick, but I think it's because when I get nauseous, I never like get to that next level, and that's why I hate it so much. And then I also, you get like real hot. When you get nauseous, like, and it's
I get like a little watery mouth, like a watery mouth.
I can't.
Where I'm like, oh my god. Like you just start salivating for no reason, and you're like, oh, something bad's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, and those waves that you get with it.
Yes.
If you're like in the middle of a treatment and that wave hits you, it is, oh my. Like, now, same thing with diarrhea, right? I mean, it's kind of like both of them send you into this like, uh-oh. But for me, diarrhea, anytime I've had diarrhea in my life, when I've been sick, it hasn't been the symptoms of like diarrhea, other than the act of diarrhea, aren't as intense as being nauseous, right? At least to me. So I think I have to kill being nauseous.
Yes.
And I think I have to F diarrhea because, let's be honest, Dylan says he has diarrhea like 90% of the time.
Can you read Hannah's last comment on? I'm putting it up. It's just too good. Read it out loud.
As a female, it's not as easy to be like, hey, my dude's currently shitting my pants. Got the BGs tonight. BRB. People judge girls for pooping. Well, you know what? This is a judgment-free zone, and that's why Hannah shared that.
I'm crying.
I don't know.
I'm crying. Oh, that's too funny. Hey, my dudes.
Hey, my dudes.
Hey, my dudes.
Hey, my dudes. Currently shitting my pants. Got the BGs tonight. I don't know what BGs is.
No, I don't know either.
What is BGs? I got the BGs. Got the BGs tonight. Got the BGs. Why am I
Bowling Green? Bowling Green University?
That's because girls don't poop, Hannah. Girls don't poop, right? Girls don't fart either.
Oh shit! Someone explain.
They do, and I'm gonna let you know. If you are a single man right now, the moment you get with your significant other, or you want somebody to be in your life a little bit longer, Just tell them it's okay to fart around you. Everything will be fine. Eventually, you won't care. At first, yeah, oh, gosh, my girlfriend's farts pretty bad. Eventually, you won't care. You're going to save a lot of headaches later in life of being like, oh, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why is your stomach hurt? Why is your stomach hurt? That's because your girlfriend always had to fart in front of you. Just let her fart. Bubble guts. Oh, thank you, Hannah. Bubble gut. I got the Bee Gees. I was thinking of like the band Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees, like old school? Yeah.
Staying alive. No, that's not. Is that the Bee Gees? Staying alive? I think that's the Bee Gees.
I don't know. Oh, God. That was funny.
Yeah, that's the Bee Gees.
So we agree, and it looks like I'm going back. Yeah, and I'm going to have to marry.
I'm going to marry heartburn because I also think it's the most treatable. Like,
well, you can't use the Pepto.
Well, you can't. But I'm saying, like,
yeah,
of all of them, like that's the one that I can kind of. Even if you have heartburn and then you eat something that is a little bland, like it knocks it down.
So going back through the comments, most people agree with us. Marry heartburn, kill diarrhea. Marry heartburn, F nausea, kill diarrhea. Killing nausea, effing diarrhea. Marry. So it's almost unanimous, but still fun. Oh man, that's too funny. Thank you for that.
Agreed.
Where are we going? Let's go. Let's go. Friend or foe here.
Friend or foe.
I cannot. Hopefully, the people that listen to this next week, can you just think 120 episodes and we're just talking about diarrhea? Did you ever think we would be doing this?
Yeah.
Talking about diarrhea into 2 microphones.
Not diarrhea.
Oh,
I didn't know if we'd ever venture into the diarrhea zone. I definitely didn't know if we'd venture into the differences between men and women and having diarrhea.
Oh, God, that's why we do this.
Okay, what are we doing?
Friend or foe? Working a sport you like. So it's your favorite sport. Do you want to work it as an athletic trainer? Friend or foe?
My first instinct is foe because you're going to learn to hate it.
That's what I've always said.
How much do you love baseball now?
Way less than I used to.
Yeah. See now, and I enjoy baseball more than I used to because I worked in it.
You're saying now that you're not working it?
Nope. Meaning like before I got into baseball as an athletic trainer, I could take it or leave it. I was your typical. Yeah, I know all the top players. I know the local guys. I mean, I know the people that were on the Brewers. Like, I was a sports kid, so I knew like, oh, who won the home run derby that year or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like baseball. Like I loved basketball growing up. But now I enjoy baseball more because of how much I know about it. That doesn't mean I sit down and watch baseball games all the time because I don't. But I do enjoy it more, but yet I didn't necessarily love it before. If I were the athletic trainer for a track and field team, which is like
that's your thing,
my sport. That's what I love. I mean, like that's what I can geek out on for a little while. That'd be tough because I would hate to like end up hating track and field because of working so much, or God forbid I had a bad team that was like just full of not fun athletes. Yeah. I don't know.
So we got the votes up here from our social media, Candid_ATC on the Twitter. 186 votes. We put this up honestly 4 hours ago. 95% of you say friend. Ed says, I have found out that I am less interested in the sports I cover outside of my team the more I have been in the game. Dylan says, I feel like the more you like the sport you're working, you have a better understanding of the demands of the sport, which can help in functional rehab, return to play, decisions, etc. So he's saying friend. Zach said friend. Maybe
there's a difference between like what sport did you like to play, or what sport do you like to play versus, or like you grew up playing versus like which sport you just love. Like, I mean, I wasn't an elite basketball player, but
yeah,
I loved basketball as a kid. I don't know.
So Megan, she said, I love this question and I want to hear your thoughts. Here are mine. Working a sport I love makes me incredibly happy to show up for my job every day. However, it does have one downside. It doesn't always force me outside my comfort zone when it comes to my patient care. Being the AT for track and field cross country bring me all the joy and nostalgia that comes with being a former athlete, but being as familiar as I am with the sport, I am comfortable with nearly every injury it throws at me, and I tend to stick to my devices, especially working busy high school setting. I tend to shy away from the unfamiliar. Baseball, I'm looking at you, bro. There are parts of my patient care that are lacking big time, but I've been out of school for so long, sometimes it feels overwhelming to go back to the basics. And we'll just stop there. But
that was a thorough answer, Megan.
So
thank you, Megan. Thanks, Megan.
I mean, a little bit of the same thing. Like, you know what you know, and you know what you like, and being good at it probably gives you pleasure in being good at it.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
Yeah.
I still, for me, my experience has been faux. I'm in the minority here, but like, baseball has not become fun. It's become elbows and shoulders and hips and thoracic mobility. That's what it's become. It's not been. Gosh, I don't know.
And see, and I think that's what I found fun about it. But was that I could take any knowledge that I had. I didn't have.
But it wasn't your favorite sport when you started working it.
Right. Correct.
That's why.
Correct.
That's why.
I will say, I mean, it just athletic training. We've talked about it. Being a fan, right, of a sport or a team is much different than being that sport's athletic trainer, right?
Hannah, you want to see how many unread emails I have yet today? Sorry.
Just quick, let her know.
313, Hannah. There you go.
Not away. I think. I think if you can say that it's a friend to work a sport that you love, or a sport that you like, sport that you love. I mean, that's the other thing too. I like a lot of sports.
Right?
Right?
That's why we do this.
Right. I think it draws me to this profession. I don't know if liking a specific sport more would have made me better or more interested in being an athletic trainer in that sport. It's so taking the reverse thought process on this. If I like the sport, am I a better athletic trainer at it? Am I more interested in being an athletic trainer for that sport? To me, no. But I do think athletic training can go one of two ways. It can kind of tarnish some stuff for that sport for you, or it can give you a much better appreciation for that sport. I think there are plenty of people out there that love baseball, then they work baseball, and it's validating of how much they love baseball then. I think we're a little bit in the minority in that we fear losing the little spark that you have for that sport.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to go to a professional baseball game anymore.
Never.
Yeah. Like it's just kind of like, yep, I watch baseball all the time. Why would I go to another one?
Yeah. Now on the other side, when I was working at the college, I got thrown into soccer, and I knew nothing about soccer, and now I have a better appreciation for it because I learned through athletic training. So,
I'm saying faux, because I would rather be in my head. If you put in front of me like a top Division I track and field athletic training job, and you gave me like soccer, like whether it's top at like apples to apples, I'm taking the soccer. I think. I just think I just from a standpoint of, I think I would want the challenge. I would want to learn about a sport that I don't really know that much about. And I think there's valid points of, if I know the sport and I've played the sport, I can understand the demands of the game more. But I'm sorry, like, I played high school football. If I'm the Division I, like, athletic trainer for, University of Wisconsin, I didn't play that football. Like, I also didn't. I ran Division I track, but I didn't run Division I like
Oregon.
Or like the SEC. Like I didn't run that track. I promise you that. Same thing with baseball. Like we've all played catch, but have you played catch with a professional athlete? No. Like there's a big difference in the level. And then thinking of the high school kids, you're covering all the sports, right? So to me, I'd be frustrated as an athletic trainer in a high school setting covering a track meet because I would want to go coach it because I used to do that. And it was like, that was my sport. And I want to like make people better at it. But
hold that thought for a segment or two.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would love to like cover a high school basketball team. I think it would be great. Like it's a fun game to watch. I love high school basketball. Actually, I think it's really fun. Even, the lower levels are still fun to me. And maybe because I never invested myself other than just playing it a little bit and whatever. I don't know. But I'm going faux. I'm going faux.
Yeah. Well, I think we're in the minority, which is okay. And I think maybe it's because a lot of people, like Hannah just said on the live stream here, when you were working at the high school, you work all the sports, so you don't only do one over and over and over and over and over and over again. You get to diversify a little bit. So maybe it makes it so when that sport comes around again, hey, this is fun. This is great. I get to do this because whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like if you gave me to go back to lemon meringue pie, if I had lemon meringue pie right now, I would love it. But if you made me eat lemon meringue pie with every meal for the next week, by the end of the week, I don't want lemon meringue pie anymore.
It's a very valid point. It's a very valid point. And I think if you are lucky enough to be in a sport, one sport, you're at the collegiate level or you're at the professional level.
Pros and cons, man.
And you don't get sick of it.
Good for you.
To a certain degree. Definitely good for you. I think Dylan, relating to your athletes, like Dylan says, there's no chance he could relate to a swimmer or a quarterback right now. The only thing I would challenge you, Dylan, on that is I think
it's a good point, but yeah.
I think it's a great point. I don't think you can I don't think Dylan could walk into a swimming athletic training environment and day one be like kick-ass athletic trainer.
3 months from now.
I do think all of the knowledge you have from working with high-level athletes in hockey can transfer to certain things in swimming or transfer to a quarterback. I think we forget how much athletics, like in sports, I could walk in and treat tennis athletes, right?
Yeah.
Like I could walk and swimmers, a quarterback. If we just remember that like athletes are athletes and all we have to do is try to like get them to be athletes again when they do get injured or keep them being athletes. We simplify a lot of things, but we can get them to where they need to be no matter what sport it is. If we break down the body, like the body's the body. And that's where I have this conversation with my patients all the time because 95% of my patients aren't high-level athletes. Mm-hmm. And I'm throwing the high school kids and stuff like in this general 95% as well. It's getting you need to understand how your body works, and we do understand how the body works and how it's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move efficiently so you don't get injured. The little nuances, those come, and they like that's the little conversations that you can have over the course of the season or weeks or whatever it is that you learn more about. Like, well, but as a quarterback, I need X, Y, or Z, where a goalie doesn't need that, and vice versa. But you're telling me that like athletic trainers that work with, offensive linemen, defensive linemen wouldn't be able to walk in and work with hockey athletes? They totally can, right? I mean, there is there is cross contamination, rejuvenation, whatever. I mean, in all sports, and we just have to break things down as how the body moves, and not necessarily how. Let's not sit around thinking that all these athletes are so much different than each other. You know,
for the most part, not.
I think, God, how much could a professional golfer learn from an athletic trainer that works with hockey all the time? It's all hips, baby, right? Like hips, hips, hips. It's all in the hips. It's all, like, come on. Like, it's all true. These hips don't lie.
Shakira. Okay.
Yeah, that's just a mirror. It's just a mirror, Ed. Next topic. He thought there were people behind us.
I saw. I wanted to, yeah. Okay.
Well, why didn't you warn us, Ed? What if they're coming to try to kill us? Oh, my.
All right, here we go. We got one more.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, is that who you're going with?
I don't know.
All right, so it's out in theaters now.
It is.
It's big. It's King Kong. It's Godzilla. Mano y mano.
Mano y mano.
Let's talk about them. Who would make a better athletic trainer? What do you got? Where are you starting?
All right, well, so Godzilla. All right, they're both huge, right? I mean, like, we got to take that out of the equation. They're both huge, massive things. So maybe it plays in their fact, like they can step over the entire football field and get to the kid faster than everybody else. But Godzilla, first thing, his like thermal heat-seeking breath, like, I don't know, laser breath, whatever it is. He breathes fire.
He's like a dragon.
He's like a dragon.
He's not really a dragon, but
he's not really a dragon. He's not really a dinosaur. He's not really, I mean, he's
like a hybrid.
Yeah, he's a creature from a different, basically world that was dormant forever, and then we woke him up with nuclear bombs, and then he wanted to attack Japan.
So what do you say about his breath?
If he could learn to control that, I think, I mean, we're talking thermotherapy, right? We're talking, he can create thermotherapy. We could cauterize things.
Toasty.
You know what? Football athletic trainer. It's cold outside. Yeah, it'll light some stuff on fire. Keep everybody nice and toasty, right? I think but he's got to learn to control it. It's a little out of control. It's a little intense on the level of, fire coming out of mouths. I think he just tries to destroy a lot of things with it.
Yeah.
But maybe if he could little whistle, he could do some good with it. He's also at times been shown to have like laser eyes. So if he can use the combination of the fire breath, laser eyes.
What's he got on the Snell and eye chart here?
I don't know. I'm assuming 2020. I don't know.
He's got little arms though, doesn't he?
So he's got little arms, very little arms.
No, can't really reach.
He doesn't have T-Rex arms, but he's got like raptor arms. I'd give him.
It's gonna be tough. Tougher.
He can't go quadruped, I don't think. If he goes quadruped, his head's in the ground.
Well, how often as athletic trainers are we going quadruped other than demonstration?
I mean, well, I'm thinking like if you gotta stabilize somebody like on the ground, stabilize C-spine or something.
He's gonna suck at C-spine.
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe not. Maybe that's as far as he can go to, and it's just like perfect, like
easier to hold, right?
I don't know, man. He would have to be on his belly.
He'd probably have to be on his belly. What's a tail? Does the tail give him any advantage?
Rehab.
How so?
Jump
over my tail. Jump over my tail. Oh my gosh.
I mean, they're both grumpy. They're both very intense.
Yeah, Ed asked how's the bedside manner.
They're both really intense. They're both killers.
I don't know, but Kong has moments of he's got a soft side.
So
He
as the primate, I feel like he's going to be a little bit more advanced intellectually.
Yeah.
Just thinking that primates are the most advanced species of animal other than human.
There's also, I mean, I did a little research on
you're way more advanced.
our Godzilla. He apparently has like a sense of like danger. He has a little bit of a spidey sense.
Okay.
He can't communicate, which is tough. And it's not that Kong can communicate, but at least as easy as like talking. But, maybe signing something, or can gesture a little bit easier than Godzilla. I think there's
Scott just made some good points about King Kong here.
Godzilla is also he has like some sort of like shield. Like
Godzilla does?
Yeah, Godzilla, like the only way
like Captain America?
No, more like
shield?
He's very hard to destroy. He's indestructible unless you like blew him up with an atom bomb. Or like a nuclear
King
bomb.
Kong.
Or you threw King Kong at him, I guess. There's something there. I don't know. Maybe he could develop off of his own abilities to be impenetrable. That maybe could survive injuries better. I don't know.
Scott says Kong is able to use tools, can empathize, strong as F.
Yeah.
To carry water coolers, and he doesn't get intimidated by coaches or ADs. Although I don't think either would get intimidated.
I don't think either would.
But I do agree that Godzilla might be a little bit scarier.
They're both very old.
Yep.
I think Kong would be a little scarier from the standpoint of kind of that silent deadliness to him. And then all of a sudden he just roars like crazy and pounds his chest. And then the coaches are like, yeah, no problem. We're ending practice.
I feel like as we drift in our profession towards teaching movement patterns, you got to give the edge to King Kong. He's going to be able to show, you and I have both looked at animal flow as part of a treatment/therapeutic exercise program that would have a lot of benefit. I think Kong could do that.
There's no
Godzilla pose in the animal flow.
There's no Godzilla flow?
Godzilla flow.
No Godzilla flow.
Everyone wave your little arms.
Oh, the Godzilla.
So I'm going Kong. Basically just because I feel like the movements are crisper. And I think the arm length. That's all I got.
Number one, I think it's just the empathy. Jonathan Scott hit it on the head. And that he has that ability to be caring all of a sudden when most of the time he needs to be an asshole because everybody's effing with his world. Get out of my world. What are you guys doing? I was being all peaceful around here and then you guys start messing around. Who cares if I'm a 100-foot gorilla?
Man, that would be intimidating.
Oh my God. I really like that movie, by the way. I didn't see the new one.
Oh, okay. I was going to say the new one.
Skull Island is really good.
Was it?
I thought it was awesome.
I have not seen it.
Super entertaining. I mean, it's not going to win an Academy Award, but at this point, why would you want to win an Academy Award?
Was The Rock in that?
No. So
wasn't he in something with some giant animals just recently?
Yeah, it's called Rampage or something.
Oh yeah,
and it is
the video game.
Oh, I don't know that. That's a video game? I didn't know that. I have no idea. It is like a giant gorilla-looking thing.
You don't remember the 1980s video game Rampage?
No.
The whole point was that they would just beat out, break down buildings.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, it's like an 80s arcade
game. An arcade game?
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
retro.
I didn't get to an arcade probably until 89, 90. So, and I was born in 85.
That's true. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's hit up our feature topic here.
Okay.
Well, look at the movement patterns going on right now.
Doing some shoulder stuff.
So next week, this will be brought to you by somebody, but this week is brought to you by us.
Brought to you by
Kevin
and Chad.
And courtesy of, this was a request by one of our listeners, not necessarily one of our members, but somebody requested this, right? Did I send this to you? I think so.
Yeah, you sent it. I think this was like somebody DM'd you. Somebody jumped into those DMs and asked us, hey, can you talk about this and what's your number?
I'm trying to. There's our text conversation.
So I think the overall question was trying to find out.
Oh, here it is. Jesus Chavez.
Oh.
So thank you, Jesus Chavez, for listening. And this is what you asked. He just sent us a message on Instagram. And he wants to know what makes it, from a preceptor perspective, what makes a good athletic training student?
What makes a good athletic training student? Is it Jesus or is it Jesus? Do you know?
Yep.
So, J-Man.
Jesus.
I think I feel like it's
when I see
for
it,
both, right?
I just think what comes into my mind is Jesus Shuttlesworth from He Got Game.
Yeah.
So that's where my default is Ray Allen.
I just like pronouncing people's names correctly. That's all. Because I have a weird name and people pronounce it wrong sometimes.
Yeah.
So I value when somebody says, "Oh, how do you pronounce your name again?" Anywho, it doesn't matter. J-Man, Jesus, Jesus. I'm sure you're not offended by anything. What makes a good athletic training student from the preceptor, CI, ACI, whatever you're getting called? It's a loaded question to me. I think it depends on your setting is a big one. I can give you from my experience, and maybe some of my former interns are listening right now, but my interns that did the best and learned the most were the ones that could separate one, fandom from being an athletic trainer right now, because I worked in professional baseball, so that was tough for some people. Number two, having really, really thick skin. So you're here to learn things. You are also going to be tested on whether or not you can handle being everything from you're way overtired to can you be responsible to can somebody point out your biggest flaw that maybe you're very insecure about it, and can you move on from it? Can you come to work every day with a humility and a little bit of swagger that will lead you to success in some shape or fashion? Whenever I challenged my athletic training students, my interns for that, I think one of the hardest things for them was to let everything boil up inside that maybe they wanted to say, and then never say it out loud, and never have a moment of breaking down, never have a moment of, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, or never having a moment of like, no, I don't, like, I'm not the most confident person in the world, and so therefore, like, I'm having a hard time, or yeah, this has been a lot of work, and I'm trying to just learn how to be a better athletic trainer, and this is really tough, and yet I'm trying to manage all of these other things. Athletic training students have a really hard job. They are moving at 100 miles an hour, but yet they can't do anything yet. They can't be the ones that are like being super impactful. So, it's tough.
Yeah, you could go on. The laundry list of what not to do is really can be extremely long, longer than the what you are doing right list, I feel like.
Yep.
So to me, I try to boil it down to, I think the number one quality of a good athletic training student, to me, one word, initiative. Be there. Like, you have to take initiative. This is your education. If you are there expecting us to just drag your ass through all the knowledge that you're supposed to learn, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and I don't really care.
You have to take the initiative to say, this is my education. This is what I want to get out of this experience.
Yeah.
Because you can do as much or as little. And coming from this, maybe this is a bad perspective. Your ACI, your instructor, your whatever, their primary job is not to teach you, unfortunately. Their primary job is to take care of the athletes. They are teaching you as a secondary role. So regardless of what you want to get out of your educational experience, your clinical instructor, they're going to take care of the athlete. So you can either help or not help. And that educational piece is on you to get what you want out of it. But I still have to take care of the athlete. So you can help with it or not. So I think the students that I have seen with the best track record are the ones that are willing to say, look, I want to get that experience. I want to jump in. Let me help.
I would also having that athletic training student that has the initiative to not only jump in and help, but jump in and try to learn why you were doing what you were doing.
And I think there's a time and place for that. And that's,
I've had athletic training, like, this is, I guess, a little like, when you are an athletic training student, you don't have to know everything and accomplish everything and be a master at something in this very moment. Some of my athletic training students, interns that are now kick-ass athletic trainers, were not necessarily really great athletic trainers when great athletic training students, like, meaning their skills or they didn't necessarily they weren't good at everything that they did. They were the ones that took the time to figure out why.
Well, here's the newsflash. There are athletic trainers, myself included. You're not going to be good at everything.
Mm-hmm.
You may be really good at wound care, but really struggle in, I don't know, shoulder evaluations. Or you might be really good at rehab of certain body parts, but really struggle with gen med. There's so much information. You're not going to, you're just going to have pros and you're going to have strengths and weaknesses just like everyone else, as a student or as a certified.
So Hannah had a bad experience when she was still a student, where her head AT didn't like her asking questions. I mean, I think most athletic training students are told, hey, if you have a question, let's just wait until maybe we're not around the athletes, so forth. I mean, like, because sometimes the answer to the question or the question might be inappropriate at the time. But that sucks, Hannah, that like somebody would be like, dude, if you're just going to keep asking me questions, I don't know why you're here. Yeah. I think athletic training needs to be an education first profession, right? In all aspects. We need to educate ourselves. We need to educate our athletes, our patients, and then we need to educate our students coming next, so that when that athletic training student is now the head AT at whatever college you were at, Hannah, like, you know, maybe that head AT would have led you to being better than they are, because you are, I'm sure, already, but they would have left the profession in a better space. And so, I mean, ask questions. But what I would encourage athletic training students to, the questions you ask should be more geared towards like, why, like, so why did you prefer to do this method versus this method? I would love to know more about it. always make the questions not so that you can answer something on a test. Make the questions so that you can understand things. And honestly, everybody uses that in their daily life. When you ask somebody a question, ask to understand. Don't ask for an answer.
Well, and I think you bring up a really good point there. And I think the reason why it makes so much sense to me is knowing that there is so much gray area in athletic training, and that you just read Nate's comment, didn't you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that Kevin's going to do something a little bit differently than I do, and you may have a clinical experience at a high school and then go to a college, and then they're going to do two way different things for the same injury or a similar situation, but for two different reasons. And to be honest, it's not necessarily science. Sometimes it is a little art. You just have to understand that different people are going to do things differently, and you have to learn what's comfortable for you.
I had an intern, and I still talk to him this day, and he has a hard time when somebody's doing so when he works somewhere and the people around him are not maybe doing everything the way he thinks they should, because it's like, there's more you could be doing. Why are you just doing an ultrasound and some soft tissue and then a stretch? And it like bothers him. And he's like, oh my God, this is like the worst case scenario. My encouragement to athletic training students is take scenarios like that, like Hannah did, where you were in an environment where I couldn't ask any questions. So what does that lead me to? I need to find the answer. I'm in an environment of people are treating a way that I don't think is the best for that athlete or that patient. Well, is there something else about my environment that I could learn from this situation? Can I learn how to be a better programmer for this? Or can I be a better business model, as an athletic trainer? Like, maybe there's a different way that this person talks to their patient or their athletes that will give you one tool from this, because all of us are just trying to create this really big toolbox so that we can pick from it at any time. But maybe the top shelf of those tools is what we're really good at, but we need to have access to that third, that fourth level in order to still be kick-ass athletic trainers. So as an athletic training student, maybe sometimes you're in an internship, you're at a school, you're doing a rotation, you're in a class, whatever it is, where you think, this is bullshit, I'm never going to use this. Like, they just do this stupid stuff all the time. I guarantee there's something you can learn around that athletic trainer. Maybe it's even how you don't want to be that kind of athletic trainer. Maybe there's things that you can really cement in your head. When my athletes come to me and they say X or Y, I'm definitely not doing Z, because I've seen it not work. And then that's just like ammo for you for the rest of your career. But I do think every situation as an athletic training student is a learning situation. And don't expect to learn everything like that. Don't expect to master everything like that. And also don't belittle the opportunity you have to learn something else. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think sometimes I don't want to say have common sense, because you usually either have it or you don't. But I think you just need to be able to step back and say, all right, I want to know more about this, but maybe right now is not the appropriate time. And I'll find out about it. I'll look into it myself, or I'll ask later. I think sometimes some athletic training students need to know, like, have to feel like they need to know right now.
Yeah.
And like you said, maybe there's a more appropriate time or a more appropriate way to kind of figure it out.
And talking to the students, what I get into the practice of, when you see something,
say something. If you see something,
when you see something and you want to learn more about it, write it the F down.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to remember it later. And then not only that, it's going to be the end of the night or the end of the day, the end of the shift, whatever it is. And everybody just wants to get the F out of there. But if you can organize your thoughts, write things down so that when there is a lull. So the perfect example was in my professional baseball world, batting practice always ended up being kind of this like calm time that we encouraged our athletic training students, our interns at that time. What questions do you have? What do you want to know that we couldn't answer because we were running around like crazy earlier? And so some of my best interns were the ones that were super organized and like brought their notebook out and blah, 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 blah. Like they had 27 different questions. And then some of my other ones were just really good. They had like the 3 questions of why we were doing X with a certain player throughout the week versus we were doing, A, B, and C earlier. So write stuff down. Have a little notebook in your back pocket. Just write things down.
You mentioned this a little bit earlier, and it's kind of the last thing I had written down. Kind of going back to the fandom thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my bigger pet peeves with athletic trained students is you're there to learn how to be an athletic trainer. Don't talk about when you played or if you coach or whatever. Like, that's not your role anymore.
True.
Even if you love, and just going back to what our talk about, our friend or foe, working the sport you love, it doesn't matter. That's not your role anymore.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Just realize that you're there to learn how to be an athletic trainer, not to be. I mean, it's great to be around something you love, but
I think this is also a good opportunity to talk to athletic training students and say you can be friendly with your athletes, whether it's from the high school to the professional ranks, but you're not there to be their friends.
Yep.
Right. If you do end up being so in my world, I was working with people that were my same age. And so it's very difficult to, say, no, I'm not going to get a beer with this person outside of work. Like we were going to do that because we were very similar of age and similar, we were all kind of going through the same stuff all the time. But as an athletic training student, just remember that your job is to learn how to be an athletic trainer. Your job is not to be the friends of the athletes. You're not to be the go-between of the athlete to the athletic trainer. You guys are a team. You are in it together. There should not be a separation. Even if you don't agree with the athletic trainer, do not let yourself get into that situation ever, 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 ever. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
I'm good on that.
I think so. I mean, I don't know. Plain and simple, J-Man, Jesus, Jesus. Being a really good athletic training student, there's not one formula, right? I think you have to look at how you learn things. You have to dive into that. You have to look at who's around you and what's the most appropriate way to learn from that person, and take advantage of every opportunity that you get. It's all these cliche things, but as you get older and as you get further away from being the student and having more students that you get to teach, a lot of those cliches are true. They just really are, and they help you be a much better athletic training student. Ding.
Ding.
Fries are done.
I was going to play the sound.
What sound?
Sorry, I know you hate that one.
And I'm going to quit the podcast now, guys.
I just want to note that your head fills that kettlebell so well.
Does it?
It really. You do a good job. Oh.
A little better?
Yeah.
A little better? You got a handle on top of my head?
Yeah.
We closing it out?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, fun one.
I think so.
Hannah broke me down there for a second.
Many
On the
times.
diarrhea.
We've had some laugh out loud moments.
Hey guys.
Hey, we haven't.
BGs.
Yeah, we got the BGs, guys. I'm sorry. We got the bubble guts. I'm gonna be out of commission for most of practice. You know what? You know what we haven't had in a long time, and I think I mentioned it 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. I don't know. A review. Hey, let's get some reviews out there. That helps us. That helps grow this podcast. If you like this podcast, please go on to whatever platform you use to listen to podcasts. Go on to YouTube, whatever. Leave a comment. Leave a thumb up. Subscribe. Everybody does this. Everybody points to corners and stuff. Subscribe to our podcast so that you know when our next podcast is going to come out.
Hit the bell.
Hit that bell. Leave us a review. Apple Podcasts, I think, is the #1 spot that we usually get reviews. We want more. The more we get, the more we're out there, the more that we can spread the love of athletic training. That's our only goal in this podcast, is really to have fun and share what a great profession this athletic training is. Now, if you want to leave us a really positive review, that'd be great. If you want to leave us a really bad review,
that's Dylan just asked. Can I leave a bad review?
No, I think actually you can go F yourself, and then you can leave. So, anywho, leave us a really positive review. No bad reviews. And I think CandidAthleticTraining.com is the website.
Okay. Get yourself a membership. If you already a member, be on the lookout very, 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 very soon for some some discounts on some really fantastic products. We have 2 for sure locked up. It's just we're going through the paperwork process. We are looking out for you, the athletic trainer, and you, the person, because we care. We are doing our best to use this platform to get you just some fantastic deals on stuff. All sorts of stuff.
Yes.
Look for it, hopefully before next show.
Yes, and it will all be through our membership page. So, in essence, you might just get a free membership from from how much freaking money you're going to save from other places. I think CandidAthleticTraining.com is probably the top website in all of Google right now, so you should go check it out. There is those memberships right there. Go press on, Candamania or Full Johnson or, whatever one you want. Just remember, we are really trying to grow the profession. Try to grow the profession. We are choosing to do it through this podcast. Support us, review us, and Candid_ATC. Yeah, that's all I got.
See y'all next week.
Bye.